Very interesting. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to my 100th video special. And this is my office. This is my main Minecraft world that I've been playing on for over all these years. Taken many of years, months. But we are here today to talk about it in my 100th video special. Without further ado, let's get started with my most recent completed build, Fortress City. This project took forever, but it's finally completed and it looks amazing. I put so much time into this and it came out so good, including this little tower I built right here. Fortress City is compart of 5 parts, 3 islands, and a bunch of other stuff. I'm trying to turn this world into an actual real world to play on. We can see this with an example of right here, with the currency system. Going from coins, coal, copper, iron, quartz, sapphire, redstone, lapis, diamond, emerald, netherite, nether stars, then finally most recent being gold. That's the current system right now at the moment. And the biggest project I'm working on at the moment is Stanley Lake University, as I'm getting very close to finishing it. We got the main building right here. We have the cafeteria, which is finished. The garden, the gymnasium, the pool, the police station, which I'm working on, the library. The library is an amazing one. Looks amazing. Then we have the badminton and volleyball fields. Then we have a work in progress, a storage, and the auto. It's basically the auto zone store. But after that, we have a work in progress. I'm gonna have to destroy it because it's not big enough for right here. But I'm currently in the process of building a Monopoly board. Then obviously the legend himself, Technoblade. That man was amazing. Then we have one of my favorites, the Universal Wood Tower, comprised of every wood in Minecraft history. And will be continued to be added more and more layers as more trees will be added. Then, you obviously saw me spawn in my office, so I'll show you more of it. Here's the main office. Then, if we go down here, it'll lead us to the basement, where we have this, lava, a really cool area down there, and my personal favorite, this is the Hall of Records, where every building in existence in this world is dated here and finished here with a sign that says it's finished. Then as we leave my office, we take the back door and we've hidden the Teen Titans Tower and Walmart, which is very close to being finished. We have the farms for the food. We have the greenery for where bees are going to be added, and a few future projects over there. Then if I go through right here, we're in the freezer section. But out these doors will lead us to the freezers, the aisles, the custom different things, and basically this Walmart is almost finished, with only the aisles and a few things needing to be done. As we move on to my second ever house. This is my mountain house. That I don't use anymore because I'll say it later. This is my first ever mountain house. And out here leads to one of the biggest projects that was finally completed recently. Copacabana Beach. We have this giant square of land, and then we have down there. Then in here we have mangrove apartments. Little small apartments for people living right next to the beach. Then we come out here. That's the second entrance. As we go over here, we'll lead to the first entrance. Down here we have secretary. Then we have first floor, which contains the veggie vault and a work in progress. Go down to the third floor. We're met with the garden, and where that second entrance leads, then a work in progress. Then the fourth floor is two doors that are work in progress. Then finally, we have an oak forest. These are basically every biomes I'm trying to build down here is a biome museum. Then over here, we have portals leading to the end and the nether, which I'm currently working on. They're very big projects. So we head up here. Then we have my old skin I used to use, my duck. Then we have Pumpkin, Kevin the Cube. Then here's one of my personal favorites. Here is a wedding venue comprised of chairs, music, cherry blossom trees, and diamond rings with a firework machine in the back. Then after that, we go down here, and here's a project that's done but not open yet. As we have the pumpkin party. As we go down here, we have an underground DJ party inside a pumpkin. It is amazing. And we have drinks and food to go with it, and a DJ tower. Then after that, we move on to another project I'm working on. This is my old main house. This is the ultimate mountain house. It is massive. Then we move over here as it's a work in progress, but the Pokemon Stadium, as it's being under construction at the moment. Then we move on over here. That'll go along with over there. Creeper Head, Valentine's Day Heart, my personal F1 car. Then finally, we have the house designer, where it talks about everything and everything you need for me to build a house. Everything. Then here's the most recent fix, the chemistry lab, where it's going to get its own building soon. This is just a rented one for now, where it has all the compounds, the products, the elements, it has everything. Move on over here, we have the new district I'm working on. We have my wizard tower, the new and improved lighthouse, the creeper statue, a 4-piece apartment I'm working on, a finished McDonald's, a bank, which is amazing. Then we have a bunch of little houses right here. Inside the bank, it has brand new reinforced glass. This stuff is tough, will not break. Then if we head down here, we have the main vault itself. As if we go in here, we have the ginormous vault where it holds all the treasuries and soon to coming later stuff in the future. Then we head out here. Then we have the backyard of the Mega Mansion. Then that will be discussed in a bit. Over here, we have a clothes store I'm working on. Then, here's one of my oldest Minecraft builds. This dates back to almost the beginning right here. This is the DJ Castle, as it's one of my first ever Minecraft builds for the Xbox One. We have this first part. Then if we go upstairs, we have the second part. Really awesome build. Took a long time, but it turned out amazing. Then we have land over here for future stuff. Then we have another wizard tower I completed recently. Looks amazing. Not really much in it yet, but I'll get to it. Then we have a pool. Then we have my favorite part. This is Green Sativa Drugstore. It has many different things, but not for YouTube standards, so I can't talk about the items we have. But they are on a sale today. But besides that, we have the biggest project I'm pretty sure that I'm building. I'm like 99% sure this is the biggest project I've built in Minecraft history. Welcome to Miami Beach under construction. It is gonna be a massive beach. Like, it is massive. It goes for millions of blocks. It is massive, and I could definitely tell you it's going to take years to complete. It is absolutely massive. But moving on from there, then as we move on from the school district, we move on to this road over here, which leads to a biome that doesn't exist yet, but I hope it comes soon. The lavender trees. They have not been released to the game yet, but as soon as they release, this is going to be a lavender village, which is a work in progress at the moment. But here's a first for me. Our first ever, technically, train station. As we go over here, we have this little train station that if you go down here, you can take a boat, put it on ice, and ride all the way down there, and it'll eventually lead to the train station up in Fortree City. It's the first of its kind. Then as we move on over here, we move on to more of the bigger projects. As we take this road, we move on to one of the biggest projects that's actually getting closer to finishing than I thought. Welcome to Emerald Bay or Pirate Bay. Welcome to Emerald Bay, as it's a ginormous pirate island, I guess you could say, of bunch of different massive things put together in a pirate theme. Right here in the middle, where the giant ocean is where the pirate ship is going to be built at the end of this project. Then after that, but yeah, it is one massive project. Then if we move over here, here's a cherry blossom village that's under construction at the moment. Right now I don't have much for it, but it'll be complete eventually. And that's it over there. There. But yeah, there's 2 openings to Pirate Bay with that road, and there's 2 other entrances. Out here leads to basically construction for a future spruce biome, I think. Probably future spruce something, I can say that. Then if we go over here, it leads to the other entrance to Pirate Bay. There we go. Here's the entrance that leads over here. Then here's the other entrance, the main entrance. Then as we go over here, originally this is where my dream house was going to be built, but I moved it because it's a very, very big house. Then as we move over here, we have where my big house is going to be built. Then we have a little cave, I'll discuss that over there. Then we have the biggest, this is where my house is going to be built, as I'm terraforming the land at the moment. But over here, we have another village that will be turned into a specific tree biome, but I don't have the tree for it yet. Then after that, here's some of the big projects back here. If we go, so basically, over here are the Emerald Mountains. These mountains are legendary and famously known for their emeraldness. Then over here we have another wizard tower being under construction. Then if we go over here, we have a big project that's been in the works just as long as this world has existed. Welcome to the Crab Cove. Still working on the name. It's basically a ginormous fair with prizes and different games. Which then leads to over here, where we have 2 apartment systems being worked on. They're old apartments that I'm currently renovating and upgrading because the old ones were not that good. Then, deep over here, we have a ginormous jungle biome. And I was able to turn that into a jungle village, which has turned out very amazing. As I have some of my own custom builds in it, like castles, bigger houses. Here's 2 of my favorites. A wooden hut and a blacksmith, an upgraded blacksmith. Then we have tiny houses, then a ginormous mine, and that's it for the jungle one. As we move on from there, alright, as we move on from there, we see that this is very big, as it has so far a bouncy castle, then guess who on, basically you have to pick an item and the opponent has to guess which one is yours. Then we move on to a produce stand, archery challenge. If you hit one of these pots, you get the prize that's inside the barrel. Then we move on over here as we have target shooting. If you hit 1, then you get the level 1 prize. If you hit 5, you get the best prize. Then as we move on from there, we move on to a bunch of small islands that are up for rent if anyone wants to buy it. Then eventually we'll run into a road. And you may be thinking, what does this road lead to? It leads to a lot. As if we take this road, eventually taking it for long enough, we'll hit this island where we'll be stopped by this security, and you'll be thinking, why does it need security? Because after we cross this, we hit one of the biggest projects that is under construction, but it's really amazing. As after taking the road for long enough, you take a turn. Not this way. I'll tell you about that one later. Basically, you'll finally see land. And you may be thinking what this is. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the biggest projects that's under construction at the moment. Welcome to Paradise City Falls, which is going to be a big project and basically turn this land into a giant, basically paradise with houses, a bunch of stuff. I'm still trying to figure it out. And as you can see, I'm barely into it because I'm still working on terraforming, and this is where you're going to be dropped off to the main island. You'll stop on this island from, I don't know, we're going to build it eventually, which will then lead to the main island. And the main island is going to take a while to construct. But then you go back here, and it actually leads to a spruce biome, or a spruce village, which is under construction. Now if we go a little bit further, I think. I need to find where this is. It's been a while. Okay, I believe we go this way. Okay, I am correct. Then over here will lead to a mangrove biome village, where currently under construction, and it looks amazing. Then here's the second part of the village, where I'll be building the woods off the water, and build it like a really good mangrove swamp biome. Well, if we go a little further over here, we have an evil village, a dark oak biome. This dark oak village was taken over by pillagers. And you're probably saying, hey, Jacob, where's the pillagers? That's a good question. Right next to the village. So, the pillagers eventually took over the village, and now it's a pillager dark oak village, taken over by pillagers. And as we head back, guys, you'll not believe how many hours I put into this world. It is amazing how much stuff there is. And as we head back, but yeah, Paradise City Falls is gonna be an amazing paradise, basically. It's gonna have houses, food, casinos. It's gonna have a lot. But a lot of it's under construction, so we'll see late in the years coming of when it's gonna turn out to be. And as we take the road back, there's a few other projects we've still yet to discuss. Still a lot to go, though. there's still a little bit left to discuss with this world. Oh yeah, that road. Then you're probably saying where that road take first. Then I'll show you. Then if we take a left, finally take another turn, we're hit with this island, then eventually this land, which we eventually turned into something because nothing yet. I haven't thought of anything, but this definitely will be turned into something because of the good land it has. Then another good thing is it has a bunch of up-ground ruins, which is amazing. Then it has a lot of different things. There we go. Now we take a turn back to the main island because there's still a few projects left before I gotta head back to my office. I haven't created a main road for it yet, but there's a few other project that's under construction that I've not built a bridge, basically not constructed a road to it yet. But if we go straight after the fair, we'll eventually hit I think we're getting close. Here we go. So basically, this is the honey biome, where so many bees have pollinated these trees so much that the trees have themselves have turned into honey, making it the honey biome. Then over here, we have a little old ruins that turned from honey. Then down here we have this, which is gonna turn into the storage for the honey where that we get from the bees. Then we move on further from that, we move on to a really good build. There we go. This is a massive battle arena. If it loads in all the way. We have Now that's fully loaded in. There we go. We have Red Rock's Battle Castle. It is a massive castle based off of Red Rock's concert venue in Colorado. So basically, this is Red Rock's Battle Castle, where the greatest people will battle out for, I don't know, for them to win. Then as we move on over here, here's a good idea I got. I thought I could always make a corrupted biome, so I thought I'll do a corrupted skulk biome, as the trees have turned into soul sand and corrupted away, and the land is all skulk, making it corrupted. For that, we head back to the main. Yeah, people who's gonna live in this village are gonna have a great time since they're right next to the battle castle. Then we move on from that. We move on to a project that I loved making, and there's still more to come in the future. Then, as you see, welcome to the Cherry Blossom Forest. Then it's comprised of a giant flower forest mixed with pink trees and the giant one in the middle. Then, right now, I'm trying to terraform this desert at the moment into more grassland to eventually turn into a future Cherry Blossom Part 2. And it's gonna be massive. Then we move on to an abandoned illager castle that got turned into a villager one. It is now good. Then we move on to the snow biome I'm building. Currently getting very close to done, but I made a future edition where I'm going to start making it bigger since it's not that big. So it's going to be even bigger. Then we move on to the mycelium biome I'm building. Same thing, it's just a desert which I'm slowly terraforming into one. Then we move on to this mysterious road. And you already know. I'm going to ask, where do you think this leads to? And I'm actually going to keep it a secret. This will lead to an amazing project that's not done yet, but I'm currently paving the road to it. So I'm going to keep it a surprise for now. You'll eventually find out what it's going to be. But then, if we move, I think it's over here. It's over here somewhere. This is the last thing I gotta talk about before I go back to my office. I got work to do. It's here somewhere. There's another project I'm working on that's just like Paradise City Falls. I believe. Yep, here we go. Alright, this flag is where the big project is going to be built for Miami Beach. Miami Beach is going to be comprised of many different sections. This one is one of them. This is slowly going to be turned into Red Rocks Resort, which is going to be a huge resort on Miami Beach. And here's one of the houses currently being under construction. It's another mountain house, but it's massive. Then that's it for now. As this world has taken me years to be what it is now. But yeah, I put so much blood, sweat, and tears into this. And it has so far turned out way better than I ever expected. And I wouldn't be expecting to get this much attention from it. Oh, here we go. While I'm here, I'm going to mention the house. So down here, we have two entrances. Either you could go there or go up here, which will lead to the side of the house, where it has a little opening with, it's basically just like an area I turned into. Nothing much, it's just cool. But yeah, like I was saying, I never expected to get this much attention from this. I mean, to be fair, dude, I uploaded my first ever YouTube short about me and my friends being dumb, and it broke 2 records in less than 24 hours. I mean, I cannot believe that. I cannot believe I pulled out all this stuff already. And I'm about to just hit 4 years on YouTube in September, and I cannot believe it. All this work has paid off, and will be paying off in the future. But that's it, folks, as I gotta get back to work. All this building has a lot of stuff I need to do. So, I gotta get back to this book. See you later, guys.